जी सर, क्या नाम?
मेरा नाम सुजित राजू,
हाँ सर।
केरला से।
तभी से उनका लाल झंडा बना। ये कहते हुए कि ये हमारी
काफी सालों से मांग की जा रही है।
उसके 3 साल के बाद
क्या लग रहा है सरकार
1889 के अंदर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पैमाने पे ट्रेड यूनियनों की एक मीटिंग में डिसाइड हुआ कि 1886
Not actually, we have conducted so many protest and demonstrations raising our demands. So far, there is no intervention from the government either or from the management side. That is why we forced to come to Delhi to demonstrate our protest here. It's a demonstration. This Dharna is conducting in the banner of All India Private Sector Bank Union Cell of AIBEA, which includes 10 banks, private sector banks, old generation private sector banks, and new generation private sector banks also coming. We are having very fundamental burning issues. We are demanding all the private bank has to nationalize. That is one of our demand. And the second demand, in private sector banks, there is no permanent recruitment. We are demanding for the permanent recruitment in the private sector banks. Most of the employees are working in the private sector banks, most company employees. That means contract employees. So we demanding the cost company employees has to be converted to the permanent employees. That is another demand. And one old generation private sector bank is here, Catholic Saving Bank. Previously its name was Catholic Saving Bank, now it is CSB Bank. In CSB Bank, foreign investors came in CSB Bank, and the majority of the shares now holding by the Fairfax company. So ultimately what happens, the character of the bank also changed, and employees, their eligible settlements, bipartite settlement has not been implemented so far. So they are getting only 10th bipartite settlement. In all over India, all bank employees are getting additional 2 bipartite. So we are demanding for the early wage revision in CSB Bank. Similarly, in Federal Bank, it's a very good bank and growing bank. But in bank, there was lot of attacks against the trade union, and 2 of the trade union leaders were dismissed from the bank with the very flimsy reasons and violating the labor laws also. We have been demanding for the reinstatement of those leaders, but so far management has not agreed for that. So that is another demand. Likewise, so many demands we are raising. The employees, those who worked for the bank for a long years, after 16 years, they are having the pension. But in the we are demanding for the pension updation before the government and IBEA also. But in the 12th bipartite settlement, IBEA has and central government also agreed to give some amount as an ex gratia for the retired employees. But that is implemented only in the public sector bank, not in the private sector bank. I am not telling in all private sectors, some banks they are implemented. Nainital Bank, Federal Bank implemented. But most of the private sector bank has not implemented that ex gratia for retirees. So many issues we are having. That's why we are holding this demonstration.